Hi people, it's Joseph again, and I'm going to be doing another video. Yay! So this video is about things that you should do. These are just things that I really recommend you do. I think are great ideas, and you should definitely follow through with them, and you should definitely do them. They're pretty good. You probably agree with most of these yourself. You probably like them. I recommend you do them. Let's do it. So the first things you should do is self-defense. The self-defense. You should learn how to fight. You should learn boxing. You should definitely do boxing right away, and that's a really good idea. You need to learn how to do boxing, some type of martial arts. Martial arts is not as good if you want to do boxing or a type of martial art like what they do in like the fighting shows and the fighting media. Yeah, you want to do one of those. So you want to learn how to fight. You want to punch. Evade punches, resist people, get people to stop hurting you, to make them to stop moving and stuff. Things like that. And then also you want to have a gun at all times, because you want to have a gun on all times. Gun is honestly your best help against any danger. When you're in danger, sometimes fighting is really not going to help you, but it's what you should have. But you should also have a gun, because you don't know what kind of people you will meet out there. There's a lot of bad people out there. It's best you have a gun so that you can protect yourself. When you have a gun, you can have any gun. You can just have a nice gun that if someone's really bad, doing something really bad to you or someone else, you can shoot them and then they're dead, or they're arrested. So you can do that. But I recommend you just kill them. Kill them. That would be a good idea. But yes, always have a gun with you at all times. As you're a child, as you're older, always have a gun at ready to access. Do not let people tell you that whatever you can't have guns because you're a kid. That's a bunch of bullshit. Kids, yes, can be in a lot of danger too. There can be a lot of shitty people out there. It's the same shitty people out there. Don't make them confuse you. You do need a gun at all ages, all the time. Literally, always having access to a gun, because you do not know when you will need a gun, and you honestly need to obviously know how to fight, because that's what you really should know. So I recommend you do boxing, and I recommend you do some type of martial art and continue with it, stick with it until you're very proficient and you're very good, and then you can actually do mock fights with people, and you need to learn, and you need to be on a good win ratio, so that shows that you can really fight, you can really protect yourself. And then you can also practice gun with shooting. You can also go to practice ranges. You can do other things like that. You can shoot outside, shoot targets, and make sure that you're proficient with the gun, so that when you do need it, you can shoot someone and you can kill them, and you won't miss, and you will be really good and safe. So yeah, I recommend that. And like I said, you should have a gun at all times, and you should know how to fight. Next is you need to get a job at 16 or earlier. So at 16, you need to get a job. That means you need to just do a little bit of application. I know you can be very afraid, very, very afraid, very, very afraid, very, very afraid, but I recommend you do get a job. It helps you with some money. You can buy your own things. You can buy your own stuff. It's okay, just a little bit maybe at first, but trust me, it's a good idea, really good idea. At 16 or earlier, if you have a chance, get it earlier. Definitely get it earlier. It probably will be plenty of chances, but if not chances, you can get one at 16. And then also, I recommend at 16 you start saving up for a car as you get that job. Cars are awesome. Everyone's gonna have pretty much going to be driving around, so you need to get a car. That'll be a really good idea. And then also at 16, you can move out. So that means if there's a lot of everywhere you go, there's going to be youth shelters, and you can just go and do some research, or go to the police, and they'll tell you that you can go and move in with the group shelter, and they'll help you out and give you a car and give you a job and give you independence. It will be really good. It's really good, and they'll give you your own place. It's awesome. So yeah, I recommend you guys do that. And yeah, so the next thing I recommend after that is to join many clubs. So yes, join many clubs. A lot of clubs, 3 to 4 or 5 clubs is awesome. One club is honestly, 2 clubs not that good. You need to do 3 or 4 or 5 clubs. Clubs are awesome. They're similar people to you. You won't feel alone. You feel in not totally uncomfortable. You feel in your own skin. It will be really good for you to go. I recommend you do it. Anything that you like, anything that matches your beliefs, preferences, interests, I recommend you do it. It's a good idea. It's really good. I recommend it. It's awesome. You might feel a little bit afraid. You might be a little afraid of people, but trust me, it's okay. You'll be in a similar people. You'll be more safer in that environment than other environments, than people with that I have common interests. And okay, next is to 15, get a sex partner. So whenever you have, or when you get puberty. So anytime you get puberty, you start, of course, you always have attraction to girls all your life, but yeah, when you hit puberty, you'll feel a bit different. You start relieving yourself. So I do recommend you get a sex worker, and then you'll feel really good. You feel awesome about yourself, and don't you feel ashamed at all. It's really good idea. It's really good that you do it. Trust me, it's a really good idea, as you are just doing something very natural. It's very natural, and it's a good idea that you do it earlier on. it's a great idea. And yeah, don't be ashamed or anything like that or shy. It's a really good idea, but it's okay to be a little bit shy, but not really. I really recommend you do that. It's a really good idea. Do get a sex partner, sex worker. That's a good idea. Next is to not to get criminal history at all costs. So what I recommend you do is not get criminal history at all costs. I want you to avoid getting crime at all costs. You don't want any crimes on your record. You do not want any of that. If you are thinking about getting crime on your record, either to be cool or be tough, don't do it. It's a really bad idea, as you are not a good, you are a good person. I know you are. So do not think you need to get criminal history to prove yourself or to get out of a situation. There's always a better option to get than criminal history. There's always other ways. Like I said, you can always move out to group shelters. They're almost always there. You can always move out to foster care. That's always there. And you can always move out anytime you want to. So yes, I do recommend you do that. But yeah, don't get criminal history, as it will prevent you from getting good jobs, and it will prevent you from getting good, it can even prevent you from getting weapons, getting self-defense weapons. So I really don't recommend it. So yeah, so the next thing is to trust yourself before all others, and don't ask questions, and do not be influenced by the opinions of others. Yes, so I recommend that you really think about your heart, and I really want you to trust your heart. I want you to trust your intuition. I want you to trust yourself, and don't ask questions. Don't ask suggestions. Just believe in yourself. You're almost always going to be right. So never even trust anybody else. It's honestly a good idea if you just trust your own self, your own fears, your own loves, your own passions. I recommend you do that, and I recommend you work on them, and don't ask questions. Just do what you want to do. And yeah, and that's what I recommend. And yeah, trust yourself before all others. Don't ask questions, and don't be influenced by the opinions of others. You honestly know what's. Don't lie to yourself ever. Trust yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in your own intuition. Don't ask questions, and don't be influenced by the opinions of others. You are the best person here. All right. Don't. And the next one is to not sell yourself short and go for the absolute best. This means to not give yourself less than what you deserve. You deserve the best in life. You deserve everything you want. So I want you to get everything you want. So don't sell yourself short, and go for the absolute best. Go for the absolute ideal, whatever you want. Go for the absolute best, because that's what you deserve and that's what you should get. Don't go for people that are less, or in situations or events or people that are less, because there's always going to affect you badly. So don't go for them. Go for the absolute best. And if you can't go for the absolute best, go for the absolute best. And if you can't go for the absolute best, do nothing. But or but go for the absolute best. But yes, that's what I recommend. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was very helpful. I do recommend you do these things. I know that you probably agree with all these as well. But yeah, I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys watch my next videos. And thank you for watching, and peace out.